A university is not something that one simply opens, like a savings account or a jar of pickles. Any self-respecting academic institution was doubtlessly opened long ago by dignified people who wore bowler hats and spoke via subtitle. The world is a creation of the past, and it is our job to keep it all going and try not to touch anything.
Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Students are reminded to set reminders.
Felicity Bellbottom speaking for you, the students, in every sense, on campus radio. Up next, we'll be talking about power napping. Comforting dream or confusing nightmare. Find out after this.
Education is non-refundable. Now taking students for Scientography. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. starting in the science lab. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose.
Lots of students struggle to get enough sleep. That's why Campus Radio's very own Maggie Watmore has been trying out the latest techniques to fit some much-needed rest into a busy schedule. That's right, I've been trying out power napping, the day's craze sweeping through campus like that fungus in the showers. For those of you that don't know, power napping, or turbo kipping, is a practice that allows you to sleep on the spot, grabbing some valuable rest time between classes. I think I almost did it for a moment, but then I realised I was 45 minutes late for a lecture. But no, yeah, I actually feel really well rested.
Janitor required in lecture theatre. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless. Students are reminded that this is the fun part.
Now, the story of an arts college with no paint in sight. Hugh.
Yes, the students at Fitzpocket Academy were supposed to be taking a class in oil painting this year, but their funding allocation has shifted, and so too has the earth beneath the feet of their expectations. I was lucky enough to speak to one student.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but it's all right. I'll just take the class next year.
A brave face on an even braver student. This is just another story of student funding crushing the hopes and indeed dreams of some fine art students. All they wanted was some paint. But for now, the funding has dried up, and with it, the oil paint well.
Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Students are reminded to be in two places at once.
Oh, I don't know. Where do I start? I've been feeling a bit lost, you know.
Orb.
I could really do with a sense of purpose.
Foundation.
Who needs purpose when you've got the orb?
Scientography lecture, starting now. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you.
Two-Point County Professor Hercules Cheesewater recently came under fire after publishing work they found on the bus. The professor has now responded to the allegations, saying, "Inspiration can come from the strangest of places." So true, Professor. In fact, I find all my coursework on public transport, proofread and ready to hand in.
Staff are reminded to be inspirational. Students are reminded to find themselves. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. If you don't know where your class is it really worth going?
I hope you've taken your medication because it's time for the Harrison Wolf Show here on 2 Point Radio. And it's gonna be a wild ride. Yo, and hello. It's Harrison Wolf coming at you with the dulcet sounds of the underground. We've got a good one for you today. But first, I should probably turn some lights on. Fully Enlightened Radio, coming up next.
Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you.
A lot of people ask me, Harrison, what can I do to be more subversive? And I say, first things first, you gotta throw out that question. There's nothing less punk than asking for instructions. You gotta take out the toy, burn the manual, and use the box to make yourself a groovy fort. That being said, today I'll be dishing out some details on how to be a more subversive you.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. Asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Announcement. Plants need water, remember?
Roll with me here. Breakfast is a concept. You think it's real, but it's just another lesson taught to you by the man in an attempt to structure your day. That's why when I wake up, I like a big bowl of pasta and a tall lemonade. Take that, establishment.
The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. stay hydrated. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately.
What am I going to do with my life? I just don't know.
Orb.
Huh? What?
Come to an Orb Foundation Learning Center and replace your mind with the power of the Orb.
Oh, amazing. I'll do that then. Thanks.
This is a test announcement, not a real announcement. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed. Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means. End of year results are now available. No unauthorized panicking. Enjoy your summer. I know I will. The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do?
Clothes are a great way to express your individuality. Some people go to a lot of effort, and I can dig that. There was a time when the Wolfman spent a lot of time on his outwardness. But that all changed when I accidentally put on mismatched shoes the morning after a party, and the compliments started rolling in. I've gotten dressed in the dark ever since. Just you, the void, and something that could be a sleeve or a trouser leg. Live dangerously, my dudes.
University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Students are reminded that some grades are personal. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Announcement. The campus just got bigger, not necessarily better.
I like to do one thing every day that chills me to my core. It puts the key in anarchy, or it's the key to anarchy or something. Anyway, it's important. This morning, I ate some chocolate mousse that had been on the counter for days. Was I scared? Of course I was. I'd pushed the limits. I'd broken their rules. They don't want you to eat the warm mousse, my friends. And isn't that reason enough?
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me.
Questions are a great tool for unraveling the mysteries of life. Questions like, where's the bathroom? And, can I have a bite? But questions can also daze and confuse. Next time someone puts you on the spot, throw it back at them with a, I don't know, do you? Whoa, man, that'll change a person.
Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Are reminded to have the time of their lives. Skills are non-transferable.
I'll leave you with the first and last rule to a subversive life. A healthy disdain for authority. I go home 5 minutes early every day just to show the boss that's what's up. Sometimes I even come in on my day off. They don't know up from down. And that's how I like it. You don't have to listen to nobody. Should you listen to me? Where's the bathroom? Can I have a bite? Think about it.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Staff are reminded to care about students. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Plagiarism is not a belief system. Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember? Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once.
This is Campus Radio, and I'm your host, Felicity Bellbottoms. Speculation continues to build over that smell in the lecture theatre. But what should you believe? Did someone really stuff a block of cheddar under one of the seats? Or is it haunted? The answer may surprise you.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink.
time for a book review. Over to Maggie, who's been reading the memoirs of 2 Point Radio's longest tenured DJ. This week, I've been reading A Life on the Waves by Ricky Hawthorne. Oh, so good. Really, really good. Because I didn't know before, actually, that he spent so much time at sea. Or, well, near any water, really, and that's just super interesting.
Students are reminded to set reminders. Plagiarism is not a belief system. This is a test announcement, not a real announcement. There's a fly in here.
The renovation of a library might sound like a good thing, but here's Hugh to tell us why it's actually quite sad.
Here in Smogley, students have been looking forward to the renovation of the old campus library. The carpet is plush and the study areas are dressed with kettles and beanbags. The library is alive and bustling, but the old bookcases are left on the outside. looking in. Yes, 3 old bookcases stand on the lawn outside the library, a monument to a past that's now over. Spare a thought for them as you enjoy a sleek, frictionless library experience.
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. Now taking students for virtual normality. It's not your year, it's just another year. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Frequently asked questions. No, I'm not seeing your frog.
Clean your whiskers and grab your briefcase because Cat Court is in session. This season, it's all litigation and litter trays. The Bureaucrats. New episode every week on Bundle Pictures.
Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening.
And there we have it. It's being reported that that smell in the lecture theatre was, indeed, a large piece of cheese. We're hearing that a member of the janitorial staff was seen retrieving the putrid wedge in a hazmat suit, though this particular source has been known to exaggerate. We can only hope the smell dissipates and our community can breathe deeply and cheeselessly once again.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Students are reminded to find themselves. Students are asked not to ask questions.
Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio. Congratulations, you found me. It's the Wolfman, Harrison Wolf, bringing you the truth from an undisclosed location here on 2 Point Radio. Let's start thinking some radical thoughts while you listen to a piece of pre-digested popular music. All right? All right.
No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. Students are reminded that this is the fun part. Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
Let's talk about the news. The news is like tea leaves or constellations, or when you find a singular glove on a fence post in the park. You can't look at it straight on. You gotta read between the lines. So when I say people in hog sport can expect some minor flooding over the next week, what am I really saying? Think about it.
Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework.
I see Jumbo McNally is sticking with the hard sell on the humbly named Jumbo University. If I was looking for an education, it sure wouldn't be from that guy that sells the nuts. That information, unlike Jumbo University, was totally free. You're welcome, listeners.
Skills are non-transferable. Education is non-refundable. Announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means.
We all like a milkshake. But drinking too much milk can and will make you uncontrollably ill. Be safe and try to have very slightly less than that. This message is brought to you by the Milkmaid Corporation.
Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. administrator is reminded to stay hydrated.
There is so much to learn in the wonderful field of gastronomy. Firstly, I suppose, that it's not an actual field, though with all the vegetables and livestock and so on, there may be rather a lot of time spent in a field. There you have it. The study of food really does cover so much ground that we only manage to scratch the surface and talk about grass. Let's have some music, shall we?
If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you. If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me. Where your class is it really worth going?
Now that's easy listening. The sound of 2 Point County on 2 Point Radio. Ricky Hawthorne waxing the waves lyrically and literally on 2 Point Radio. Why don't you listen to this next track and I'll take that pebble out of my shoe.
Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension.
We've got breaking news for you on 2 Point Radio. A zoo worker at the Crockle Bay Zoo has fallen into the gibbon enclosure. It's been reported that they're not under any immediate danger, and zoo officials are currently negotiating with the gibbon for the employee's release.
Staff are reminded to be inspirational. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. university gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising.
Sometimes I get asked what I would have done had I not gone into the disc jockeying trade. Well, as a young boy, I dreamed of being a spy. Yes, I pined for a life of international intrigue and late-night dinners at the county's expense. Sadly, to be a spy, you need to be able to whisper, and I just can't do it. When it comes to disclosing secrets, you don't want my persistent volume and crystal clear intonation.
If you don't know where your class is it really worth going? We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. Students, we're more afraid of you than you are of us. The timetable has now been published. Schedule your lives accordingly.
At Milkmaid, we use real dairy-style ingredients in our milkshakes for a level of consistency that just isn't natural. Meaning that every glass of Milkmaid is eerily similar to the last.
Wow!
Milkmaid. Now that's good milk. Not technically milk.
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Staff are reminded to care about students. Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember?
And we've got an update for you on the story of the zoo worker that fell into the gibbon enclosure. We're now hearing that the employee is rising through the gibbon's social structure. Fascinating stuff. There's no word on what gibbons are, but I believe they're a kind of amphibious cat. Little smooth creatures with whiskers and a big bushy tail. Fantastic.
Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry.
We're joined by Professor Hamish Curlybags of the Pebbly Frog Sanctuary, who tells me gibbons are nothing like an amphibious cat. What's going on, Hamish?
That's right, Ricky. Gibbons are actually, well, they're land mammals and apes, much like ourselves, but with very long arms.
Apes, you say? Well, I never. Thanks for joining us, Professor. There's nothing I like more than being corrected. On air.
University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time.
It's time for Chef Ricky's morsel of the day. You can buy breadcrumbs from any self-respecting supermarket or interweb parlor replacement service, but there's something to be said for doing it the old-fashioned way, by throwing the loaf against a brick wall until it disintegrates into a fresh and flaky nothingness. It'll take a good couple of hours, but boy is it worth it.
Students are asked not to ask questions. Hard work may or may not pay off. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum.
We've got breaking news and a surprise twist from the gibbon enclosure. The zoo worker, first thought lost to the diminutive apes, has become their leader. They claim to have learned to love the gibbons, their way of life, and their disproportionately lengthy arms. So, instead of going to work in the zoo every day, they'll just be living there, I suppose. That's one way to skip the morning traffic. I've been Ricky Hawthorne. Good night.
Students are reminded to set reminders. Students are reminded to be in two places at once. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. There's a fly in here.
Hi, I'm Felicity Bellbottoms, and you may be listening to Campus Radio. Unfortunately, our broadcasting signal has taken a hit due to some of our equipment being prematurely recycled. One of our reporters is in a skip, looking for the parts as we speak. So, consider that colourful visual, and we'll be right back.
Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means.
We're back, and so is our broadcasting signal. Thanks to Hugh for getting in the skip. By his own account, he was happy to do it, adding that the view from inside the skip offered him an entirely new perspective on campus. Now, if that's not an idea for a segment, I don't know what is.
Students are reminded that some grades are personal. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed. Over. Students must vacate the campus. The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? The end of year results have been released. That won't help you now. Students are reminded to find themselves.
Let's hear from Hugh, who's fresh out the skip with a story about an unusually cloudy weekend for one of the county's hottest locations.
Students at the Breaking Point campus were expecting a weekend full of sun, laughter and knockabout fun. But a dark cloud has washed away their optimism, leaving them with sadness and no real use for all that sun cream. They were forecast a weekend of sun and balmy temperatures, but what they got was a drizzly and altogether grey affair. Spare a thought for them, sitting inside. Their sandals, sandless. Their skin, cool and unburnt. Fliss, back to you.
Education is non-refundable. The campus has opened a new building. Good for us. Announcement. The timetable is now live. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog.
Hi, I'm Ricky Hawthorne. I don't remember being a student, but I'm sure it happened. People ask me all the time, Ricky, what would you eat if you were a student? And I say, anything from the Crumley student range. It's cheap, it's inexpensive, and above all else, it's affordable. Just like Mama used to make.
Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you.